RedTieGuy, I swear, Twitch chat, you are stealing all the questions that I was thinking about beforehand and just asking them in chat, so I have to keep crediting you. RedTieGuy has the perfect question for this, for these uncertain times, which is, what were some of the development challenges the team had once EA began transitioning to work from home? Because reminder, we're in a global pandemic, once in a century global pandemic. Please wear a mask and keep 6 feet apart while you're in public.
First, RedTag, I watch all your videos, so thanks for all the coverage over the past 18 months following the game.
We are finally getting our first major update for Command & Conquer Remastered Collection, as Jim Vasella updated the Reddit thread recently with a lengthy post talking about all the new features, quality of life improvements, bug fixes, and much more. Red here, and last week I spoke in a video talking about the developers that they're working on a post-launch update for the game and highlighted some of the things they wanted to address. Now, the post itself includes all of the patch notes, including some additional information, and it is a lengthy post, about 4 to 5 pages long, so I'm not really going to go through all of the bug fixes and patch notes. I will leave a link to this thread in the description below, as well as in the pinned comment where you can check it out for yourself, but I do want to talk about some of the basic things and go through some of the main features in the post. His post goes as follows, quote, "Fellow Command & Conquer fans, today we'll be launching our major update for the Command & Conquer Remastered Collection. As mentioned in the post last week, our goal with this update was multifold. Complete several of the top community requested features which just missed the launch date, implement some additional quality of life improvements, address many of the top bugs which have been seen in the launch version, iterate on our quick match rule set. Below you will find the full list of patch notes for this update, but before we get too deep into the detailed list, there are some higher level items to mention as part of this patch. Stuttering issue. This patch aims to improve the frame rate stuttering issue some people have been experiencing since launch. Admittedly, this issue have been complicated to address. Effectively, what we ended up having to do was refactor the way textures are loaded by the game and push the majority of that loading to before you get into the gameplay. This will have two primary impacts for everyone going forward. Loading the overall game may take longer than before. Loading the first map may take longer than before. These longer load times would be most seen after a fresh restart of the computer. While we understand this extra loading time may not be ideal, our testing indicates gameplay performance should be improved across the board, and this felt like a worthwhile trade-off. We want to continue gathering feedback, data on this issue, so if you have been experiencing the stuttering issue with the launch version, please let us know if this patch improved your gameplay performance." End quote. Now, one of the first major things I noticed when I launched the Remastered Collection for the first time was the stuttering issue. I'm glad that this was one of the main things they are addressing, but one of the ways I improved it or fixed it for myself is that I transferred the game data from my normal hard drive to my SSD. That not only improved the load times, but I did not experience any stuttering issues thereafter. The post continues, quote, "Mod compatibility. Because this patch includes update to the Tiberian Dawn DLL and Red Alert DLL files, it's likely that previous mods will no longer be compatible with this updated version of the game. Modders will need to update their mods with the latest code and refresh their mods on the Steam Workshop. Certain mods may also need to be repackaged to be compatible with the new texture process above, and we provided a script tool to assist with this in the root install directory for the Command & Conquer Remastered Collection within the folder called Source Code Scripts. Once a mod has been updated on the Steam Workshop, players will need to follow a few steps to update and reactivate their mods. Disable the mod in the mods menu. Unsubscribe from the mod in the in-game workshop mods menu. Quit and restart the game. resubscribe to the mod via the workshop mods menu. Activate the mod and restart the game as prompted. The updated mod should then work as intended. Players may experience some issues if they try to activate mods which are not updated to the patch version." End quote. Now again, I just want to talk about the mods because as somebody who plays the game and tests out a lot of mods, this is a really unfortunate thing. Because I've subscribed to a lot of mods, I'm going to need to unsubscribe to those mods and resubscribe to the specific mods that I want to use in the game. Thus, if the modder didn't update the source codes on their end, then I'm simply not going to be able to play this mods at all. In addition, if you're somebody that's created a list of mods already on the Steam Workshop, then you're going to have to update each and every one of those files. I am curious though, at the moment there's over 3,000 mods in the Steam Workshop. Are they just going to be reduced to 0 if nobody updates the files? I guess we'll have to see when the patch drops. Now the next section of this post is the detailed patch notes, which talks about new features, quality of life improvements, bug fixes, as well as quick matches, and then the post ends as follows, quote, "Overall, we hope this update improves your experience with the Command & Conquer Remastered collection. Thanks for your ongoing support and please continue to provide your feedback here on the subreddit, in social channels, and with our support teams. Cheers, Jim Vasella." End quote. Now as I said, the quality of life improvements as well as the bug fixes in addition to the quick match changes is quite lengthy, so please check out the link for yourself and go through them because there is a lot of changes and fixes coming to this game. One thing I do want to go through though is the new features, and they are as follows, quote, "Added the ability to host private game lobbies. The host must check the private game box in the setup screen. Hosts can then choose a 4-digit passcode for their game. Private games will show an icon in the join lobby list. Attempting to join a private game will require the passcode. Host invited players will not need to enter the passcode to join. Added a player panel in-game to view player names, factions, team colors, and status. This can be accessed via the player button on the sidebar. Added the ability to mute a player's chat while in-game. This can be done from the new player panel and tapping the mute checkbox next to their name. Added the ability to overwrite save games. Note, Tiberian Dawn and Red Alert save game names are not exclusive, so be aware of overwriting save games from one title to another. Custom missions can now be manually saved and loaded. Note, due to the underlying system, this will currently only work for manual saves via the pause menu and will not work for quick saving. Added the ability to see your quick match stats and leaderboard position if you're not in the top 200. Players must complete at least 3 quick match games first. Added the ability to choose your sub-faction in Red Alert quick match games. Added the ability to choose random faction in-game customs. Added the ability to choose random factions in custom games. Added support for the Origin video broadcast feature. Added the jukebox to the main menu options audio menu. You can now customize your playlist here and listen in its entirety without needing to load into an actual game. Note, the jukebox won't override menu music, as the menu music is tightly connected with all the UI flows." End quote. Now a couple of things in here that I mentioned in a previous post, one of them being that in custom games I want to be able to choose random factions, and I see that they did add this with the new patch. It is also nice to know that in the main menu I can go through the jukebox and set up a playlist for myself without taking the time in-game to do that, and additionally private games are also coming in this new update. Now as I said, for the bug fixes, quality of life improvements, as well as quick match updates, please have a look at the pinned comment below, as it will take me quite a long time to read through it on this video, and I don't want people to fall asleep, because many of the fixes is quite important. But if you did read through the patch notes and there is still something you wanted to be addressed in future updates, let me know in the comment sections below. Hopefully they will fix it in the next patch. But if you wanted to check out more Command & Conquer Remastered Collection news, then have a look at the rest of my channel and feel free to click that subscribe button. Additionally, if you want to support my channel even further, then why not click the join button as it gives you awesome Command & Conquer custom icons in addition to a badge next to your name. If you enjoyed this video, then give me a thumbs up. If you dislike it, then give me a thumbs down, but please tell me why so I can improve my videos. My name is Frank, I'm the RedTieGuy, and frankly, thank you for watching. Catch you guys in the next video.